Let's get going. Chapter 10 review packet. Okay. First one's 1 through 7, just asking you to name different segments in a circle. This section is most likely going to be matching on your test. Okay. Or multiple choice or something like that. But it's important that we know how to name them. First of all, name a radius. There's two different radii here. There's two. Remember, a radius starts at the center of your circle and goes to a point on the circle. So AB is a radius, and so is AD. Alright, next one, name a chord. A chord connects two endpoints that are on the circle. It can go through the center, but it does not have to. Alright, the symbol is very important on the chord. HC is technically a chord, as long as the symbol is a segment like that. Okay, symbol is very important. Also, I could write dB. Now, dB is a special type of chord. It's also the diameter, but it still counts as a chord. Since I just said that dB was the diameter, I might as well write that down on number 7, dB diameter. Name a tangent. A tangent just touches the circle once. It intersects at one point on the circle. It doesn't go through the circle, just touches. So the point of tangency is F. A tangent segment would be GF would be a good example. Okay? Or we could also say EF as well. Alright? The secant is what we need to be sure of our symbol over the top. The symbol over the top must have double arrows. It must have arrows because it goes on forever. The secant goes through the circle. So the only segment that goes through the circle, the only secant here is HC. Now you might want to say DB, but DB actually just stops here at B. Since it doesn't go on and continue forever past B, I cannot count it as a secant. Right? Are minor arcs. Okay, minor arcs are arcs less than 180 degrees. There are a lot out there. HB could be one of them. BC could be a minor arc. DC could be a minor arc. FD, G, or FH, all of those are examples of minor arcs. As long as you use two letters to name them, you can use a bunch of those. Alright? I'm not going to write them all out, but there are a ton out there. Hopefully you'll listen to this with headphones and not just oh, buckets, excuse me. Wow, big yawn. Alright, major arc. Major arc must be greater than 180 degrees. So greater than 180. Greater than 180. And we got to use three letters to name it. So, like H, B, D, or H, C, D could be a major arc. Or H, D, B could be another one. Both are examples. As long as you use three letters to name the major arc. Alright? It's only been, 4 minutes? Let's keep going. I'm going to try to do the whole first page. Okay, number 8. Number 8 says, 8 and 9 say, tell me whether AB is tangent to the circle. Alright, that means I need to figure out if these two triangles are right. Well, if they're right triangles, then I need to test if A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Well, 5 squared is 25, plus 121, 169. And that comes out to be 146 does not equal 169. So this would be a no. Okay. On the test, if you see a question like this, I would need to see this type of work. You cannot write down A squared plus B squared equals C squared on your actual green sheet. You should know what the Pythagorean theorem is at this point. Okay? Let's try the next one. How do I know C? That's what I meant to say. I know what C is always your longest side. So in this case, C would be 10. So 6 squared plus 8 squared, does that equal 10 squared? 6 squared is 36 plus 64 equal 100? Yes, it does. 100 equals 100. It checks out, so this would be a yes. Alright, let's keep going. 10 and 11. So it says B and D are points of tangent, find the values of x. Well, since these segments both start at the same point, I can say these are congruent and set 5x plus 30 equal to 3x plus 90. Subtract the 3x, subtract the 30, 2x equals 60, so x is 30. Question number 11, I'm going to have to factor a little bit on this one. Same type of problem, so these are congruent again, but I can say x squared minus 6x equals 2x plus 48. Move everything to one side. X squared minus 8x minus 48 equals 0. Need two numbers that multiply to 48 and add, or should multiply to negative 48 and add to negative 8. X minus 12. X plus 4. Wow. So x equals 12 and x equals negative 4. Now, our instincts would be to throw out the negative answer. However, the negative answer actually works in this case. Okay? The negative 4 does work. If I plug negative 4 into here, 2 times negative 4 will give me negative 8. Negative 8 plus 48 is a positive number, is 40. If I plug negative 4 into the top, 16 plus 24 is 40. If I try to check 12, they both actually work, so both answers are correct. Alright, that's it for the first video. Adios.